Hello and Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to talk about a co-function of human resource management that directly impact a company's performance and future, which is recruitment and selection. This process goes far beyond simply hiring to fill a vacancy. It is about identifying, attracting, and selecting individuals who are not only qualified but are also aligned with the company's values, cultures, and long-term vision. Effective recruitment and selection ensure that an organization hires people who can drive innovation, increase productivity and strengthen teamwork. A poor hiring decision can cost the company thousands of dollars, affect morale, and even damage its reputation. That's why this process is not just important, it also essential. In this presentation, we will break down why recruitment and selection are critical to business success. Look at real-world strategies used by companies like Google and Uniqlo and share practical tips to improve hiring outcomes, such as using structured interview, skills assessment, and employer branding. Let's begin by understanding how hiring the right people isn't just a good practice, it is a competitive advantage.
In this part, I will explain why recruitment and selection are important for the organization. For the first point is attracting the right talent. The second point is ensuring a diverse workforce. For the first point is the most important aspect of recruitment and selection is attracting the right talent. The success of any organization depends on its employee. The right employee can bring new ideas, expertise, skills that can drive organization forward. By attracting the right talents, organization can improve their productivity and profitability. To attract the right talent, organization need to have a clear understanding of their job requirement, the skills and qualifications necessary for the job. They also need to have an effective recruitment strategy in place. This may involve advertising job vacancy on job boards, social media platform, or other relevant platform. By doing so, organization can attract candidates with the right talents and experience. For example, in 2024, Tech innovators shift to skills-based recruitment method. They focus on candidates' ability instead of their job titles and their degree. This led to a 30% improvement in hiring accuracy, a 25% drop in turnover, and a higher employer satisfaction. For the second point is ensuring a diverse workforce. In today's modern world, diversity and inclusion are important for the success of any organizations. A diverse workforce can bring new ideas, new perspective, new experience that can help organizations solve problems and innovate. However, within a diverse workforce can be challenging. Recruitment and selection can help organizations ensuring a diverse workforce. By implementing a fair and transparent recruitment process, organizations can attract candidates with different backgrounds and culture. They also can identify and eliminate any bias that may exist in the recruitment process. By doing so, organizations can create a level playing field for all candidates regardless of their gender, race, ethnicity, or other personal characteristics. For example, General Motors in 2024 has partnership with several diversity-focused organizations such as Women of Color in Technology, National Society of Black Engineers. They also create a target program for veterans and people with disabilities. As a result, they attract talent from underrepresented group and build an inclusive workforce. That's all for me.
The next point is building a professional image of the company. Effective planning and recruitment can play a crucial role in shaping how the public, job seekers, and business partners view an organization. When the hiring process is well organized and fair, such as they using structured interview, skill assessment, and selecting based on merit, it totally can send a clear message that the company value professionalism and high standard. For example, a well-known company like Petronas is recognized for professional and systematic recruitment. The candidate not just based on academic qualification, but it also on skill and attitude. A good image like this doesn't just help attract talented employees, but it also can build trust with customer, partners, and investors. So, proper planning and recruitment like this are not only about filling job vacancy. It's also about enhancing the overall reputation and credibility of the company. So, let's move to another important point, which is reducing legal risks and discrimination. Proper planning and recruitment help to ensure that the hiring process follow all employee and regulation. When a company clearly define jobs, recruitment, and all user fair, consistent evaluation method, it can reduce the chance of legal issues such as wrongful hiring and workplace discrimination. For example, if a company failed to provide equal opportunities to all candidates, such as gender, race, religion, or disability, it can be report for discrimination. But by having a structured recruitment process, such as using standardized interview question and scoring rubric, the company can show that all candidates were treated equally and fairly. By reducing legal risks and avoiding discrimination, a company not only protect its reputation and avoid lawsuit, but also create a safer and more inclusive workplace for everyone.
In this part, I will explain about the best performance of recruitment and selections. The first point is a clear and accurate job descriptions. A well-defined job descriptions can attract suitable candidate by providing a clear understanding of the job role, expectations, responsibility, and qualification. It ensures the applicant have a realistic view of the job, which lead to more qualified candidates applying. For example, Google. Google is known for publishing a precise and detailed job descriptions. They are listing not only about responsibility, but they also expand about the impact of the role, team structure, and what success look like in the positions. Google also integrates its statement and values that can help candidates self-assess their cultural fit before applying. This clarity has reduced the number of unqualified candidates and speed up the recruitment cycles by filtering the right talents. The second point is emphasis on diversity and inclusions. A diverse and inclusive workforce can bring in a new perspective which enhance creativity, innovations, and decision making. Inclusive hiring also support legal and ethical obligations. For example, Microsoft. Microsoft has embedded diversity and inclusions in its core recruitment strategy. They also use a blind resume screening to minimize unconscious bias, and they partnership with several diversity organizations such as National Society of the Engineers and Women in Tech. Before Google and Microsoft implemented their best performance for recruitment and selection process, they faced several key issues that affect the quality and efficiency of their hiring. For Google, mismatch between job roles and hires. The problem is overly broad job descriptions lead to candidates apply the job without fully understanding the expectations and job roles and the scope of the jobs. This lead to a pure performance and early turnover. For Microsoft, the issues is unconscious bias in hiring and promotes. The problem is hiring practice often favor the candidate who fit in the culture that unintentionally mean hiring candidate resemble with existing employees. The impact is underrepresented people such as women, people of color, and people with a non-traditional educational background were often overlooked, even if highly qualified.
So, for this best performance session, my point is strategic workforce planning. The company that I choose is Astro. As everyone know, Astro is one of the media and entertainment companies. One of the reasons they can maintain the strong performance is, I think, because of their strategic or planning and recruitment. Astro doesn't just hire people randomly, but they plan carefully to find individuals who are creative and can adapt to the fast-changing media industry. For example, Astro also hires content creator, digital marketer, and engineer who are not only qualified but also passionate and innovative. This can help the company to stay relevant and competitive, especially in their digital platform like Astro Go. Astro also provide continuous training and development for their staff, which is they keep update to their employee about the latest tool, software, and content trends. As a result, they can have a high quality content and deliver excellent customer service. In short, by hiring the right people and investing in their growth, Astro ensure that their employee do the best performance and they can help the company grow and lead the market. Before that, I just want to share one of the main issue that pushed Astro to implement strategy recruitment was intense competition from international digital platforms such as Netflix, YouTube, and TikTok. This platform offer content that is more accessible, flexible, and aligned with the interests of younger audience like short video and interactive entertainment. As a result, viewers on traditional Astro TV channels started to not watch their platform and more users shift to digital media. To stay relevant and competitive in this fast-changing industry, Astro began to hiring more creativity individuals who understand digital trend. They also invest in staff training and development so that their team can produce high-quality, engaging content for digital platform like Astro Go. Other than that, my point is candidate-focused recruitment. So, for this section, I chose Petronas company for my presentation. Like everyone know, Petronas is one of Malaysia's top performing companies, and a big reason for their success is effective planning and recruitment. They carefully identify the skills needed for each role, especially in technical areas such as engineering and offshore operation. Their hiring process doesn't just focus on academic result, but it also came from soft skill, leadership potential, and cultural fit. For example, Petronas offer graduate program like GIS and structured training at the Petronas Leadership Center to make sure all employees are well prepared before starting their new roles. This planning ensures that they're hiring the right people who can perform well under pressure and meet global standards. They also invest in continuous learning, which is they help their staff to stay productive and competitive over time. Because of this strong approach, Petronas continue to deliver high performance and remain on the one of the most respected employees in the region. Petronas has faced a shortage of skilled workers, especially in technical roles. Many graduates were not industry ready, and experienced workers left for better job abroad. According to Activity Outlook 2025 to 2027, Petronas will need around 25,000 skilled workers to support 50 major shutdown and turnaround projects between 2026 and 2027. This shows about the urgent demand of technical talent. At the same time, the company must adapt to the global energy transition, which is require workers skilled in both oil and gas and renewable energy. To address this, Petronas improved its recruitment strategy and launched program like GIS, Vista I+, and training center like INSTEP to produce well-prepared and adaptable employees. This effort helped Petronas to stay competitive and maintain strong performance in a fast-changing industry.
Now we move to engagement. Planning and recruiting require practical and forward-thinking strategies to ensure an organization attract and retain the best talent. One of the actionable strategies is strategic workforce planning, which involves aligning current and future workforce needs with organizational objectives. This strategy starts by conducting a detailed workforce analysis to assess the skill, capabilities, and demographic of existing employees. Organization then forecast future labor demand and supply based on business group, retirement, and market trend. By identifying gaps between current capabilities and future needs, HR profession can take proactive measures such as target hiring, upskilling existing staff, and developing internal talent. This ensures the organization remains competitive and well prepared for change in the business environment. The second one is creating an engaging selection process which focuses on delivering a positive and professional candidate experience. This involves keeping candidates informed throughout the process, providing clear communication and timeline and expectation, and involving them in realistic assessment that reflect actual job tasks. For example, employers can use simulation, case study, or trial assignment to help candidates understand the nature of the role while also showcasing their skill. In engaging process, help candidates feel valued and respect, which enhance the employer's brand and increase the likelihood of attracting top talent. Furthermore, it reduces the risk of candidates drop out and promote a better culture for the organization. Lastly, structured and inclusive interviewing is a crucial strategy to ensure fairness, objectivity, and diversity in hiring decisions. Structured interviews rely on standardized questions and scoring rubric which minimize bias and allow for consistent evaluation across all applicants. Inclusive interviewing also involves training interviewers to recognize and manage unconscious bias using diverse interview panel and asking questions that are directly related to job competency. This not only improve the quality of hire but also support diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiative in the workplace. When combined, these three strategies create a holistic approach to workforce planning and recruitment.
To sum up, recruitment and selection are not just about filling empty jobs. They are about choosing the right people who can help the company grow and succeed. When we hire the right people, the company becomes stronger, more productivity, and more ready for the future. So, let's focus on making this process better, because good hiring means building teams that works well, brings new ideas, and help the company do great things. Thank you for your attention.